So scrolling through social media the other day, I found this advert for a website that was 6 lies about freelancing. So I thought I'd take a look and see if I agree with any of them. So here's the first one. It's always feast or famine. Yeah, that's definitely a lie. Absolutely. It's very rare in the music or the artistic industry that you get your big break, as it were. It doesn't really work like that most of the time. You really slowly build up your craft, and you have, for example, I had lots of part-time jobs when I first started out, and then started building up my freelance work a little bit more. And yes, you do get months that are more lucrative than others. August for me is usually completely dead, which is quite nice, get a bit of a holiday, a bit of time off. And then other months will be absolutely crazy, concert seasons for example. It's very rare that it's feast or famine. It's very dramatic to think of it like that, I think. That's not to say that there aren't cases of it, but it's very rare. You always have to juggle multiple clients. That's absolutely true. I think it depends on what type of a freelancer you are. I currently, if you count all of my choirs as clients, because I am providing a service to them, I have at least 7 clients just weekly for choirs. Put on top of that all of my private students, and we've got at least 12, 13 clients going on at one time. So I am juggling clients constantly, if you think of them like that. However, you could actually think of choirs as being my employers, so it's quite a difficult one. I'm sure that other freelancers don't have to juggle them as much, but from my point of view, that's actually true. People freelance only out of necessity. No. My job does tend to work like that, but if I had wanted to, I could have gone for a full-time conducting job. They do exist. I loved the idea of a portfolio career, being able to do something different every day, being able to choose my schedule to a certain extent. So for example, I'm working so late in the evenings that I try not to schedule anything first thing in the morning, because I need to have my time for my brain to wake up and just to have a bit of my time off. You need to have your own business. No, absolutely not. You do, I think, need to have some business acumen. You need to be able to manage numbers, figures. You need to be able to do your own tax return, understand contracts. That was a massive thing for me. I didn't understand legal jargon at all, but luckily I have so many friends that are lawyers, and I have family that can help me out as well with just general terms that I didn't understand. So in that sense, you do have to have essentially a brain of a business person, but you don't have to have your own business at all. Finding clients is always a battle. No, it's not always a battle. It depends on what type of career you're in. It depends on what stage of your career you're in as well. I always put myself out there looking for new clients, looking for new singing students. But I also get people recommending me to people who then become singing students of mine, so it's not always a battle. And again, it depends on what freelancing industry you're in, but for me, you have a bit of both. You never stop looking for them, but you don't have to be the one chasing all the time. And finally, clients treat you badly. Also a lie, yes. I'm sure there are instances where, wedding singers, for example, get treated absolutely terribly, and I've heard of a lot of cases of bands being hired for weddings and not being fed and not being paid properly, and absolute horror stories. But I've had an incredibly good experience. People do not treat me badly in my industry. So there we go. Those are some debunked lies of freelancing. What are some other rumours that you've heard about freelancers? Do send them through, and I'll let you know if they're actually accurate or not. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and do obviously let me know what you want to see on the channel. If you've got any requests of songs, anything that you want to know about conducting, freelancing, anything else that you want to see. I'm going to do a variety of videos coming up. I've got a review of an Evanescence song coming up, so do check that out. And let me know everything else that you want to see.